one up. It can be a player. It can be a team.
Yep.
Somebody that's doing well, seemingly, or one down, somebody that is not doing great, or some team that is not doing great. So I don't know what yours are. I don't think you know what mine are.
Nope.
But I'll start with my one up.
Okay.
And it's Julio Rodriguez. The J-Rod show is on his way back, my friends. This guy was becoming one of the faces of baseball, and I hope certainly that becomes the case. He's one of the most talented players in the game of baseball. He is a freak talent. He is an unbelievable player in this game, and I think he becomes one of the best players in the game of baseball for a long, long time to come. The first couple of games this year, first couple of weeks, slower start for Julio, but now in the past week, he's heating up, and of course in the past 3 games, this is where he's really started to take the strides that I've liked to see. The last game, 2 for 4 with a home run. Game before that, 2 for 6, so back-to-back multi-hit games. Game before that, 1 for 4 with a home run. So in the last 3 games, he has 2 of his 3 home runs on the year, which is great. Love to see that. He's also debuted the Trident for the Seattle Mariners. As everyone knows, Alex and I are big fans of a good old home run celebration.
Yep, and any kind of celebration.
I think it was last week we did our top home run celebrations, but that was before they debuted the home run Trident. We're going to have to run that back. This thing is sweet. It's legitimately like a human. It's
dangerous.
It's a life-size. It's taller than Julio Rodriguez. This thing is the real deal.
Yeah.
So we got to see that after his last home run. Julio is on the way up. That is why he is my one up. And one side point I want to make, because I've thrown around this face of baseball thing multiple times, and I do believe there is room in baseball for multiple faces of baseball. You got Judge, you got Ohtani, and I believe that Julio Rodriguez is becoming one of those players, and I hope that he establishes himself as that player, and I do believe he is, because when I met Julio last year at the All-Star game, one, the fact that he was at the All-Star game as a rookie is insane, and that doesn't happen often. The rookie season he did have was historically good. So I knew I loved the player on the field, but I met him and talked to him and just watched him interact with people, and the way that he is so charismatic in both English and Spanish, bilingual, as charismatic in both languages, talking to everybody, super down-to-earth, humble guy, and then on the field, he's one of the best players in baseball. Baseball is heading in such a great direction, and a player like Julio Rodriguez, for me, is a huge, huge reason why, and he's becoming a face of baseball, and I'm happy he's playing better this year already.
Me too. I'm happy he's your up, because the baseball world is going to be better. It's more exciting when the young stars are playing well. Yep. All right. I like the ups because it's positive, and I'm a positive person.
Who's yours?
My up is Trey Turner, who just hit his first home run in a Phillies uniform. He was like the home run hero at the WBC. So honestly, I thought it was going to carry right into the start of the season. It did not. However, he hit that first home run, Phillies home run. He had a 3-hit day, which helped Philly win the series, which they desperately need because they are not having a hot start to the season. They were my down last week, but things are looking up. But I just want to compare Trey Turner, like through the first 19 games last season when he was with the Dodgers, compared to the first 19 games with the Phillies this year, because it's not drastically far off.
Oh, it's not.
No, I mean, he actually had a worse batting average last year at 288. This year, he's batting 321 through the first
Good Lord.
19 games. Okay. He had 1 home run, both last year and this year.
Yeah.
This is the biggest difference. I think last season he had 17 RBI, and then this season he has 6 RBI. Last season, 21 hits. This season, 26. He had 6 extra base hits in both last year and this year through the first 19 games, and 4 stolen bases both last year and this year through the first 19 games. So it's not that far off right now for Trey Turner.
No, he's off to a great start.
Yeah.
Just the power numbers, because we saw him in the World Baseball Classic
you
hitting
had
a home
high
run every night.
Expectations, right? You're like the home run hero. Here he comes. He's going to get it done.
No, I mean, he's off to a great start.
Yeah.
And the RBIs are coming from your one down last week being the Phillies. They're not getting on base.
They're not getting on base.
They're not hitting.
You can't drive anyone in if there's no one in front of you on base.
You're not hitting homers and nobody's on base. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that. Trey Turner.
Who's your one down, Ben?
My one down is my MVP prediction.
Ooh.
Juan Soto. Meaning, my MVP prediction is not looking great to start the year.
A little bit.
It's very, very early. Juan Soto, however, is batting 194 with a 790 OPS. Juan Soto, let's talk for a second about Juan Soto. Obviously, very young, comes into the big leagues at 19 years old and dominates. Takes the world by storm. Dominates in his 19 season. Dominates for the first 3 years of his career. And then comes the year where he gets traded to the Padres, and he really struggled last year. He was not himself that we had. I say himself because it wasn't a small sample size that we had to go off of with Juan Soto. He wasn't the Juan Soto that we had become accustomed to. And then last year he really struggled. And then this year, coming into the year, I thought, oh boy, he's in San Diego. He's comfortable there now. He's going to have a great year. Spring training, he hit like 800. The World Baseball Classic, he was unbelievable. And then to start this year, through the first about 20 games, Juan Soto is batting 194. I know he's coming off of, he just went 2 for 4 a couple nights ago with a home run in that game, and they ended up winning 1-0 against the Braves thanks to his home run. But this isn't the Juan Soto I expected this year, and I do believe he can get to that. I'm not changing my MVP pick yet. Well, I'm not changing it because I can't change it, but I wouldn't change it because Juan Soto can get hot. We saw it a couple years ago. The second half he had after the All-Star break was insane. We're only 20 games in. I know Juan Soto will be okay. It's just to start the year, it has been a pretty big struggle for him.
Well, my down is very much in line with your down. My down is the entire Padres offense.
Yeah.
So, yes, Juan Soto is right up in there. The Padres have an all-star lineup. Now, I'm going to come out and say, in the long run, I'm not worried. But right now, there are a couple stats that are pretty alarming, okay, when you look at the Padres offense. Okay, here are a couple of them. Their team batting average is 28th in Major League Baseball. They're hitting just 190 with runners in scoring position, which is 29th in Major League Baseball. The team slugging is 20th in Major League Baseball. And their runs per game, they're 25th in Major League Baseball. This is not where you expect a team with this amount of talent in this lineup to be ranking in all of Major League Baseball.
They were pretty much consensus, the best lineup.
Everybody.
Consensus, the Padres are the best lineup in baseball.
Yes. Now, they just got Fernando Tatis Jr. back.
Yep.
We heard Manny Machado the other day say, I'd rather this happen now than down the road. It's just don't jump on the bandwagon later on when we start effing raking, and we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. So I know, from this, I don't think they're worried. I'm not worried. I wouldn't panic at this moment. They just got another MVP caliber player back. But right now, Padres. Tough start. Tough start offensively.
Tough start. Juan Soto is my down. Padres are your town.
Yeah. Same, but different.
Padres need to pick it up.
Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.